this assignment, I am supposed to make a complex periodic sound and display it both as a waveform as well as the new frequency domain display, the spectrum. So we can make our own simple sounds in the Praat objects window that I have here by choosing to create sound from a formula. We have a formula with two parts here. The part with the sine function from trigonometry in it gives us our periodic part of this sound. The rest of it would add in some aperiodic noise. I'm going to get rid of that and instead put in a copy of this periodic part. And then I am to adjust the name of this thing just so I can keep track of all my objects if I've got a bunch of them, and adjust the frequencies by changing this number to a 33 Hertz sound and a 100 Hertz sound. Oops. Here we go. 33 and 100. And when I OK that, I get my new sound combination object. I can play it with the play button. I can take a look at that thing in the waveform with the view and edit button and play it or part of it using these bars down here like before. Pretty low frequency tone. All right, to prove, let's say, that I've actually done this, need to make a display for it. So for my sound combination, I want to draw it. And like in the previous lab, we want to draw just a part of it so that we can see its periodicity, you might say. And I'm going to adjust the amplitude to show the full available range from -1 to 1. When I do that, then I get this kind of MW wave looking thing in the drawing in my Praat window. So in my case, I can copy and paste this. You may need to save that picture off as an image and then insert it into the document in another way, depending on what kind of technology you're on. It'll pretty much be the same for all the different assignments we do. So once you figure out something that works, you should be able to go with that. All right, next up we are going to create a spectrum. So if I go back to my Praat objects window, in the Analyze Spectrum menu, my first choice is to Spectrum. That'll be good enough. That will get me a spectrum object. And actually, just like the waveform, I can view and edit the spectrum. I don't see a lot because it's showing me all the frequencies from 0 up to 22,000 Hertz, but there's a little black over here on the left. If I select a part of that and hit the cell button to zoom into that selection, I see something that starts to look a little bit more like the kinds of spectra that we've seen in class for some of these simple periodic sounds. And like with the waveform window, I can play the whole sound, or for that matter, I could just play the selected part. So I could do something funky like try to kind of grab just this first peak and play that. Couldn't hear the first one. Too low for me, maybe. Might be a reflection of my hearing. Second one came through, though, also in relatively low frequency. All right, enough playing around. Get to business. So we now want to make a drawing of that. Go back over to my Praat picture window. First thing I need to do if I want to get a nice clean drawing of that is to erase what I already have. Otherwise, it'll draw a new drawing on top of the old drawing. The second thing I'm going to do is change where the drawing is going to go into a 4x4 square by clicking and dragging to change this pink box that the drawing goes into. Because for whatever reason, waveforms tend to be wider than they are tall, but spectrum displays tend to be square for, like I said, for whatever reason, just out of habit. All right, so for my spectrum object, I can then choose to draw it. When I do that, I've been given some parameters to adjust. So we're going to draw it just up to the first 1000 hertz. And we're going to change the scale to be from 0 to 100 dB, which is a measurement we'll be talking about soon, if we haven't already by the time you see this video. When I OK that, we have our spectrum display with our two very sharp peaks for our two frequencies that we put in this thing at 33 hertz and at 100 hertz. So then once again, I need to get it into my document. I can copy and paste in whatever various way I paste, and it seems to work out all right. Again, if that doesn't work, you might have to save it off as a picture and import that picture. Now I'll save this thing off as a PDF, and I'll get a file that I can turn in. Ta-da!